Greetings, Oxbow Creek students, staff, and families. Welcome to a new week. Let's tune in and listen carefully as we celebrate the work of some of our students who were able to show they were wild about learning, even in distance learning. Let's listen. Well, hello, Oxbow students, staff, and families. I'm here today with Caesar, who has been nominated for a Wild About Learning award for doing some pretty incredible things in distance learning, which is really hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Sherva said some great things about you, Caesar. He said, "You're always showing that you're wild about learning because you are on time and prepared for your Google Meet instruction. You ask clarifying questions to make sure you know exactly what you're expected to do. That's a critical piece of doing work well, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Yeah. That you're an active participant on your Google Meets as well.
Yeah.
Does that sound like you?
Yeah. It's just easy to get on time, and it's right to get on time.
It is the right thing to do.
You don't want to be late for anything.
Yeah. How did you keep yourself on time and organized?
I just do my work, and then every time I'm done with something, I just look at the clock, and then it's if it's time to go, I just go on the computer and then just go on the Meet.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Nice job. Well, I am certainly glad you learned those skills in distance learning. That will help you throughout your whole life. But we are also happy to have you back here in school so we can talk about this and celebrate in person with you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice work, Caesar. Yeah. I have Carson here from Mrs. Heilman's class, and we're going to talk a little about the wonderful things that Carson did in distance learning to show that he's wild about learning. And I have to tell you, when I read this, it kind of made me stop and gasp a little bit, because she says that you have every assignment completed. Is that true? Every single assignment. And every assignment was completed on time. Is that also true? Wow. And you remembered to send the required picture of your work for your assignments. Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. That's hard to do in distance learning, Carson. Thank you for working so hard to show that you are wild about learning, and most importantly, that you're taking ownership and responsibility for the work that you're doing, and you're doing it really well.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Keep up the good work. I am here with Keldon in Mrs. Niebel's class, and Keldon is also being celebrated today because he has shown many things that show that he's wild about learning. I'm going to read a little about what Mrs. Niebel has said. Keldon is a leader in every sense of the word. You took the lead, Keldon, filling silences and encouraging conversation and participation in distance learning. You are always positive. That's pretty exceptional. And you have a calm energy that I can certainly feel sitting next to you. You have a calm energy that is felt by all of your classmates. Also says that you are encouraging your classmates and helping them to feel at ease. That is certainly a very incredible leadership quality in you. Thank you for doing that for your classmates. It also says that you jump in to the conversation and you ask questions. Can you tell us a little about that?
Well, I double check my assignments to make sure I'm doing the right thing and all that.
Yeah. And did that help you feel good about your work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Asking questions is an important part of feeling confident that we're heading in the right direction, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was 80% sure before I asked the question, but then when I asked it, I was 100% sure.
Very cool. Very cool. Nice work. I like how you explained that. You maybe are pretty sure that you know what's going on, but asking those questions makes you 100% sure, and that makes a big difference. Keldon, thank you for all of your hard work in distance learning. We really appreciate your leadership, and we're happy to have you back here.
Yeah.
Oxbow Creek Elementary presents Did You Know?
Good morning, Oxbow Creek students, staff, and families. This is our second week of Black History Month, and I'm very excited to share with you the person I chose to talk about. With a nickname like the grandfather of Silicon Valley, this person just has to be a pioneer in the world of computer science, right? Roy L. Clay, born in 1929, was just that. He graduated from St. Louis University in 1951 and was one of the first African American students to do so. With a degree in mathematics and a new interest in the growing technology industry, Clay moved to Silicon Valley from Missouri in the late 1950s. Silicon Valley, in the San Francisco Bay Area, is home to many of the tech giants we know and recognize today, like Facebook and Google. The Computer History Museum and NASA's Ames Research Center also reside here. Here he would land his first job in computer science at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Clay's impressive work signed through upon releasing his first program, new software to measure the spread of radiation after an atomic explosion. As Clay's success in Silicon Valley grew, Hewlett-Packard, or HP, also the people that made our Chromebooks, noticed and hired him to work on their development team. Here, Roy led the team that created HP's innovative 2116A computer in 1966. The 2116A was the world's first 16-bit mini-computer, and Clay wrote the software for it. At 31.5 inches tall by 19 inches wide, and about 230 pounds, this mini-computer doesn't seem very small by today's standards, but at the time, computers were limited to taking up an entire room. Selling only 5 in its first 9 months, it's safe to say the 2116A wasn't exactly a successful product. It did, however, pave the way for 16-bit mini-computers coming to the market, and eventually the personal computer. Clay's success was not limited to just HP. After working with them, he went on to start his own company, Rod L Electronics, which soon became a global leader in developing electrical safety testing equipment. In 1973, Roy became the first African American member of the Palo Alto City Council. Clay's achievements with HP were a direct stepping stone to the computers we have today, and very much deserving of the pseudonym Grandfather of Silicon Valley. Like I mentioned last week, I'm very passionate about computer science. Roy L. Clay aided in getting the ball rolling for the tools we use every day.
Let's listen to Mr. M with an update about what's happening in Phy Ed this week.
Well, we are back, and I tell you what, Phy Ed department has been putting their heads together and figuring out how we can make some of the things that we do a reality for you. So, we are going to be doing Muscle Week this week. That's right, we're going to have the ropes down, the cargo net, we're going to have Saving Mini, the whole 9 yards. Yes, we're going to have Muscle Week. It might look a little bit different, and we might have different procedures, but we're going to do Muscle Week this week just for you. So get ready, and let's have some fun.
Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Johnson, and I'm back with Shadow. How is I Love to Read Month going? Have you been doing lots of reading? We want to check in on Shadow's challenge. Have you already turned in some paw prints? Let's get an update, Shadow, and let's see how far that Shadow's challenge chain is extending around our building, especially so that those of you who are at home can see how it's going. Wow, awesome reading, Oxbow Creek. Keep it going. Keep using those paw prints. And hey, remember, we have bedtime stories Monday through Thursday evenings from 7:45 to about 8:05-ish. So check out the website and click on the links to join those meets.
That's all we have for now. Let's make it a great week.